Good morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
All of you, good morning. Yes. So now we'll start our session. Guys, so today here we are going to be discussing about the Python full stack course, guys. Okay. Python full stack course. So who can learn this Python full stack course? Okay. And what we can learn in this Python full stack. After completing this course, so what kind of applications we are able to be developing? Okay, these all basic points today we will discuss, guys. Today we will discuss. So what is the duration to learn this one? Okay, how many hours we are going to be discussing every day? Like everything we will discuss over you here, and then Python related features. Why actually you are deciding to learn this Python? So these features one by one we will discuss, guys. Okay. So who can learn Python means who can learn Python means so all the graduate people, guys. So degree over the people, BTech over the people. Okay, so all the people, even not completing also, education people also, the people who are studying still degree, BTech, these all people also can learn the Python, can learn the Python. So easily can understanding Python to all the people, guys, without any other programming background, without any other programming background, easily all the people can learn this Python. So this is not like a Java, not like a .NET. In Python, in .NET, so many syntaxes we need to be follow. Lot of hard coding is there. But in the Python, guys, easy coding is there. I will tell these all points at the time of learning Python related features with the explanation wise. I will give you. Okay. So here all the people who wants to learn programming related, the people can learn this Python language, guys. Python language. Okay. So and why I'm telling this point, one more reason is some people are asking, I am from the civil background, I am from the mechanical background. So am I able to get this Python software related job? Like this asking. So you are belong to civil or mechanical or any other background, that is not a matter. So anybody can learn this programming related. That is the software related benefit, guys. So CSE student, IT student are unable to go to the civil background, civil related jobs or mechanical related jobs. But all other background people can come to the software side, guys. That is one of the benefit in the software. Okay. So just your side, you need to learn day to day all the programmings what I'm giving in the sessions, and using internet also more things we can learn. So then after completion of the course, immediately you can crack the job. You can crack the job. Okay. Yes. So here Python full stack means what are the courses, guys? So here we are going to be learning core Python, guys. Core Python we are learning, advanced Python we are learning. Okay. So next, guys, the Django framework, guys. Django framework. We are going to be learning here Django framework and UI technologies, guys. UI technologies. At the time of learning Django framework, back end with front end together we are developing. So whatever the front end code required, those all things here you are going to be learning. UI technologies means, guys, here about the HTML, about the HTML. Okay, guys, please keep mute all people. Yes. Now here CSS, CSS, Bootstrap. Nowadays Bootstrap trending one, guys. So Bootstrap and JavaScript related, and jQuery related, guys. jQuery related. Okay. So these all things we are going to be learning along with our Django, guys. These all things we are going to be learning along with our Django. Okay. So next, database knowledge is also required, guys. Database knowledge also required. So about one database related major commands, guys. So for example, creating data, updating data, deleting data, okay, or else creating the tables, creating the database, deleting the database, deleting the tables, like all the commands there, guys, DDL commands, like all the things. So relations, their table relations, like database related, whatever we require, guys, for learning this Django framework, these all things also going to be learning here. So these all combination is nothing but Python full stack, guys. Python full stack. Okay. So once if you are completing these all courses, guys, then finally you are able to developing, you are able to developing the web applications. You are able to developing the web applications like Zomato site, Swiggy site, Amazon, Flipkart, like these kind of web applications. If you want to be developing, then you can develop. Okay, Python with Django framework. Understanding, guys? So I don't want to learn Django framework. I want to go to the data science. I want to go to the artificial intelligence. Or else, if you want to interested to learn, if you are interested to learn robotics or DevOps, then you can learn, no problem. Instead of Django framework, guys, you can learn other courses also. That is, I'll tell reason. Okay. So nowadays, guys, Python is called as a general purpose programming language. Python is a general purpose programming language. Why people are calling Python is a general purpose programming language? Means after learning Python, guys, after learning Python, so we can learn different courses, guys. For example, data science, guys. Data science, data science we can do, artificial intelligence course we can do, and Django framework, guys. Django framework we can learn. Okay. And the next, Flask framework you can do it, and DevOps, guys, DevOps you can do it, and robotics, guys, robotics you can do it, or else machine learning, or else deep learning, whatever. Okay. N number of courses there, guys. N number of courses there. After learning the Python, you can choose any course, guys. You can choose these all courses. So if you want to learn the data science, Python is mandatory. After learning the Python, then go to the data science. After learning the Python, then go to the DevOps. After learning the Python, then go to the artificial intelligence. So these all courses, guys, not only these, so many courses there. So to learn these all courses, basic fundamental is Python only. That's why Python is getting more demanding nowadays, guys. Nowadays, more demanding nowadays. Okay. For example, assumption, each course joined 100 students, guys. So data science also joined by 100 student, and here the artificial intelligence 100 student, Django 100 student, Flask 100 student, and DevOps 100 students. Okay. So totally here six courses there, guys. These six courses, nothing but 6 into 100, 600. These 600 people, 600 people learning the Python course. Learning the Python course. Understanding? So that's why this Python is getting more demanding nowadays compared to the Java and .NET. Lot of people are learning. After learning this Python, they are choosing different courses for their career, guys. Okay. So if you are choosing this Django framework, guys, if you are choosing this Django framework, so web applications, guys, web applications we can design. So if you want to be becoming like a web developer, web applications we can design, guys. So if you want to be becoming like a web developer, then you can choose Python with Django framework. So using this Django framework, so for example, you can develop Zomato, guys, Zomato app, Zomato app, Swiggy guys, Swiggy app, Amazon, Amazon, like so many applications, guys. Swiggy, Flipkart, Amazon, Facebook. These all are web applications only. So using the Django framework, whatever you want, you can develop applications, guys. Okay, now. So within the less time after completing the Python, so out of these all courses, guys, within the less time with less cost, you can learn only Django framework only. Within the less time with less cost, Django only you can learn. So remaining other courses, guys, Django or Flask, both comes under one family only. Django or Flask. Using those two things, we can developing the web applications. At the time of discussing the Django, so why required to learn Django only? Why not Flask? These all things we will discuss. These two things for developing the web applications only. Developing the web applications only. Okay. So other than these two, guys, other courses if you are learning, okay, Django and Flask, without these two, if you are choosing any other courses, then more amount you need to be spend, and more time you need to be spend, then you can complete those courses. And also more hard coding is there to learn data science or artificial intelligence. Our coding skills more required. Your coding skills more required. Okay, even you are having the less coding skill, then using the Django easily you can learn. Using the Django usually you can learn your coding and you can develop the web applications. Understanding, guys? That's why nowadays this Python people called as a general purpose programming language to learn all other courses. I hope you are understanding now what is the importance of Python. So directly if you are joining, guys, a data science course, so they are taking 30,000, 40,000 money and the above the 6 months time required. And at the time of teaching the data science, about the Python also they are teaching. Some basic things they are teaching and directly they are starting the data science. So here you are going to be getting completely about the Python, guys, all major points, all the major points to developing the application related, all the fundamentals and major points you're going to be getting. And later you can choose what course I want to go, what course I need to select as my career, rest of the career, like you can decide. Okay. So in this Python full stack course, Python with Django framework, Python with Django framework, going to be teaching, guys. So Python with data science, if you want, then only Python course you can join. Only Python course you can join. So totally full stack, guys, 3 months duration is there. Total full stack, Python full stack, 3 months duration there, guys. 3 months duration. Okay. So first to 45 days, guys, first to 45 days, you're going to be getting Python, guys. Python you are learning. Okay. Along with Python, UI technologies also you are going to be learning. Python with UI technologies. Okay, now first 45 days, or else Python with database we can do. So when you are learning Python, Python with database communications we are doing. Python with database communications we are doing. So Python with database, Python with database communications, we can do it, guys. So separately Python, separately database, I'll tell, no problem. So finally within the 45 days, you are going to be getting these two things, guys. Parallelly, you are going to be learning Python and database. So rest of the 45 days, guys, rest of the 45 days, so you're going to be getting, you're going to be getting about the Django framework related. Okay. So Django framework and UI technologies required. When you are learning the Django, for the Django development purpose, UI presentation code also required. Presentation code also required. So these things you are going to be learning. Okay. So I don't want to Django, I don't want to go to the web development, I want to go to the data science or artificial intelligence or deep learning, or DevOps. If you are deciding, then 45 days enough for you to learn the Python with database, and later you can choose the another course. Understanding, guys, all of you? So after demos completing, guys, 2 3 demos, we will discuss about the Python related features, all the things. Then you can decide. Within one class, you are unable to get, guys, why to learn this Python, why to learn this Python. So 2 3 demos you can plan. Then you will understanding what is the actual beauty of Python, actual beauty of Python. Okay, and then finally you can contact the admin people if you are interested. Clear, all of you here? So if you are having any queries, guys, in the chat box parallel you can enter your queries, then I'll give you replies. And here in this course, guys, in this course every day, so concepts wise I'm explaining. Okay, and concept related, guys, material sharing. So material, guys, material documentation, guys, or else simply you can take it documentation. So documentation files sharing. So I'm going to share documentation file to you regularly to your mails. I will share, and in the class live code only we will do it, guys. So no copy paste related. So everything in the class only, directly developing and explaining every line why we are writing. Okay, so day to day if you are doing the practice, so you are also able to do coding every day. Every concept related documentation files sharing to you for reading purpose and live code typing. Okay, and also whatever the projects we are doing in the class, same projects I will share to you. So programs also, guys, projects are programs. So what programs we are doing in the class, those programs also share to you. And video session links, guys, every day we are discussing classes, those class related video links. Okay, so video links also, guys, video links video links also share to you. Video links also share to you, guys. Okay, now, so every day class related documentation files sharing to you, and live code giving to you, whatever we are doing the practice, guys. And class related video links also sharing to you. Then later whenever you want, you can again one more time watch video links for understanding more better. Understanding, guys? So these all concepts related materials, guys, every day, day to day, particular concept related, you are going to be getting particular concept related, you are going to be getting, guys. Okay, now. So this is about the Python full stack course, guys. Python full stack course. So every day 7 to 8:30, guys. 7 to 8:30, 1.5 hour session we are planning here. Every day 7 to 8:30, 1.5 hour session we are planning. That is sufficient to complete a full stack within the 3 months. So many batches I taken, guys. So in all batches, full stack with the 3 months easily completing. Okay, we have one schedule. According to that schedule, parallelly we can complete it. So your side, what I'm expecting means every day, whatever the material I'm sharing, those materials you need to be download, and you need to be read it. You need to be read it. That's important. Okay, now? Yes. So some people called as I mean total core Python and advanced Python totally called as like a normal Python only. So Python dividing like a core Python and advanced Python. So here in the core Python, what you are getting? In the core Python, you are getting all the Python related fundamentals. First of all, Python code, how writing, how executing, what data types there, how writing the functions, like all the fundamentals, how to creating the variables, like these all fundamentals you are getting, guys. In advanced Python, programs wise, programmatically, advanced programs you are getting, guys. For example, I want to given string, I want to do a reverse, okay, reverse string format. I want to give given string is palindrome or not. I want to be find it, or else one ATM related coding I want to write. So please select your option asking advanced program for ATM related, for example. So then you are going to be selecting deposit or withdraw or balance inquiry. For example, if you are selecting the withdraw, then please enter what you want to withdraw. 5,000 I want to withdraw. Then it is checking balance. In your account 5,000 is there or not. If yes, then giving money to you. If not available 5,000, then giving error message to you. Like advanced related programming, guys. Okay, so you're going to be getting here all totally programmatically you're going to be getting. And also, guys, in this course duration, I'll give you a lot of assignments also, guys. I'll give you a lot of assignments also. So you people be ready to do those assignments, and again need to be submit to me. Okay, so when you are ready to do the assignments, then you are getting more interest, and you are thinking how to do these assignments, how to solve these assignments, then thinking wise your mind getting sharpness, guys. So then only you are able to do the works, you are able to write the coding without any assignments. Just you are coming and going means useless. That's why a lot of assignments I'm going to give. Don't worry, I'll tell if you are unable to get those assignments, I will give you information how to do all the things, and solutions also I will provide. But initially giving assignments only to you, and later solutions providing after your train. Okay, now. Yes. So, okay, now today some points, guys, some points we will discuss about the Python related, guys. Why you are required to learn this Python? What is the use of Python compared to the other languages? These points now onwards we will discuss. Before that, I want to show you some pages, guys. What we are going to be developing in our sessions. Okay. So guys, in our sessions only, guys, in our session only, a lot of applications we are going to be doing slowly. For example, this is a image gallery, guys. So it is a Zomato related assumption. Then lot of food images and food related information you can display. Actually, hotels related I used, and later I changed just image only. So for example, Amazon site you can take it there. Different laptops by selling, guys, and users buying using online. So Dell laptop, Lenovo laptop, or else in the Dell only different brands there. Every laptop related features you can write, every laptop related features, how much cost, what is RAM, what is hard disk, what is SSD, like all the features you can write. If the user interested to buy, guys, here buy button we are writing, then we can buy it. And here responsive applications we are getting, guys. See in the large screen, four columns there, four images there. So when size reducing, then image size also reducing. Now see here in the medium screen, horizontally two columns only there. Still if I'm reducing size, guys, still if I'm reducing, okay, see all images are vertically displaying, all images are vertically displaying, okay, and still reducing. See, this image size reducing, guys. So these are called responsive designs. Responsive designs. So same application you can use in the desktop computer, or you can use in the laptop computer, or you can use in the mobile. In the laptop or desktop, like this horizontally displaying. In the mobile, like this vertically displaying all the items, all the items. Okay. So this kind of applications we are going to be designing, guys. So this is front end related, guys. UI technologies we are going to be learning. So at the time of learning UI technologies, so you are going to be developing these all things, guys. Okay. So here the like you are developing applications. Okay. So if you are clicking here, then immediately coming to top. If clicking here skills, jumping to skills, contact page, okay, and about page like that, easily can move it. This is a responsive design. So if size reducing, guys, if size reducing, see these all menus are hiding and displaying here, guys, displaying here. Okay, these all menus are hiding and getting here. This is nothing but responsive design. Responsive design, guys. Okay, so here, guys, some applications you can do it here. Okay, this is the using front end in the class only we are doing, guys. How to designing these all things. And when minimizing here menus you are getting, guys. Menus you are getting. Okay, so how to do these things, so we can do it, guys. We can do it. And here using front end with back end, guys. Using front end with back end, social media related articles we can create. For example, so and so person, guys. Okay, so and so person, so and so date, so and so article created, article title, this one HTML, about the HTML created, about the HTML blog informations writing, guys. What the person knows, everything giving information here. Okay, so if you are clicking only HTML, out of all the articles, HTML article is filtered, guys. And if you are clicking on the user name, guys, author names, this particular author created records only filtering. This particular Srinivas person created two records. Okay, out of all the articles, only the two articles are filtered. Are filtered. Okay, and if you want to be, you can log in, guys. Here, login field there, and if you want, you can do it. Forget password related. Okay, and registrations related is there. Registrations related, and also here the latest post if you want to get, here latest post you are getting, as latest post. And questions related, you can get it. Questions related here, Python related, all the questions giving. And when clicking the question, the question related answers we can display. These all are tutorials related, guys. For example, if you are opening any Google tutorials, guys, so we have the Python tutorials, and number of tutorials we have, guys. So you can design here, welcome to Python tutorials. For example, VLR Institute providing one Python related tutorial, guys. Okay, welcome to VLR Python tutorial. Like one message you can write here, and later, guys, here you can decide. I mean, or else you can design like this two frames. So here the frame one is there, guys. Frame two is there. Frame three is there. Links you can write here. Links you can write here. So about Python, guys, for example, installation, and next variable concept, and next data types, guys. For example, data types concept, like a number of links we can design, guys, here. A number of links we can design here, left side. Whatever the link you are clicking, as for example, if you are just clicking on the variables concept, then about the variables, here we want to display, guys. So tutorials like this only designing, guys. You can open in the Google a number of tutorial there, Java tutorials, Python tutorials, whatever there. So left side, guys, all the contents there about that particular tutorial, Python related. For example, if you are developing all the Python topics there, left side, whatever the link you are clicking, that link related information displaying in the right side, we can read it. So those kind of tutorials, how to developing, we can do it here. We can learn. You guys will get this kind of things, guys. So tutorials how can developing. So nowadays, tutorials related. A number of tutorial there, Python related, Django related, Java related, .NET related, like that. Okay, so by developing like this some applications, guys, then you are getting the coding skills, and finally you can crack the software job also. Understanding? Okay, so lot of things there, guys. Here, these all are menus, guys. Home, contact, service, about. In the service again, sub menus there. Again here other sub menus there. So like how designing these kind of sub menus. Okay, so we can do it. And here, guys, some data we are creating into database, and those data again we are getting back and displaying in the table format. And if you want to be update, you can update. If you want, you can delete. Okay, whatever you want, you can do it. Everything, guys. So registrations related, logins related, feedback related, contact related. These informations how we are storing into the database. These all things in the class you are going to be getting, as here drop downs. You are getting country related informations. All the things. When clicking here login, then immediately jumping to the login page. Okay, if you are clicking register, registration page coming. Understanding, guys? And some validations related also, guys. For example, here see we using JavaScript validations we are doing. So username, without giving username, if you are trying to click the register, then please enter username is asking. Okay, you are giving a username Srinivas. Then please enter the password it is asking. Okay, like this all the validations it is asking, guys. All the validations it is asking. So this is a submittable form, guys, application form. Your first name, email, mobile, country. Okay, here country is there, Australia, India, United States, like whatever. So male or female, gender related, hobbies related. Okay, so you are not selecting any data and you are trying to submit. That's why these all errors you are getting, guys. And if you are entered the data for every field, then your form data is going to be submittable, guys. Okay na? So here the calculator softwares there, guys. So for example 8 plus 5, 8 plus 5 equal to 13. Okay, 13 minus 2, then 11. This is a calculator software, guys. So nowadays all people are using the calculator softwares. So how to designing calculator related software programmatically in our class only we are going to do, guys. So this is like a food site, guys, assumption. Just dummy code, guys, here, not original Zomato. In our class how to designing. Okay, we decide we are going to be learning. So Zomato logo you can display here, home page. What items, if you are clicking all the items, available items we need to be display, like that. This is one burger image, guys. Actual price 400 is there here. 400 is there. 20% off there. 20% offer there. Okay, so promo code is there, guys. Promo code is there. Promo code. This is right now expired. We can change it this expired date. Until the date, this promo code we can use it. So without promo code, if you are trying to if you are clicking here, guys, please enter coupon code it is asking. Okay, okay, you are entered the some coupon code, some blah 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 you are entered. That is wrong coupon code. So please enter the valid coupon code it is asking. Valid coupon code. Okay, okay, you are going to be entered valid coupon code, guys. Valid coupon code. Then it is showing some information, guys. Actual price 400, 20% offer is there, means 80 rupees you are going to get a discount. Finally you need to be pay 320 rupees. If you are okay with this, you can click this buy now button. Understanding? So like this kind of applications in our class, slowly we are going to be doing, guys. If you are a Python full stack developer, if you are a Python full stack developer, love you understanding. So these are the courses, guys, we are going to learn in our Python full stack. So I given how first what we are learning, how many days we are learning, all the information I given. First to 45 days Python with database you are going to be getting, guys. Remaining 45 days Django with UI technologies you are going to be getting. I want only Python. I don't want a Django framework. After learning Python, I want to go to the data science. then you can learn only 45 days Python course. That's it. No problem. Then no need to join the full stack course also. That is all your interest, guys. Okay. So now about the Python, guys, some points we will discuss, guys, Python related. So using Python, what we can developing means applications we can develop, guys. Using the Python applications we can develop. So applications nothing but collection of programs. Collection of programs. First of all, what is program? What is program, guys? What is program? Any idea here? What is program? So a program is nothing but a collection of instructions. Collection of instructions are set of instructions. Set of instructions are statements. Set of instructions are statements are called program, guys. Are called program. Okay. In the computer terminology, set of instructions or the statements are called a program. Okay. So every instruction having its own meaning, guys. Here every instruction having its own meaning. Just example assumption. So I have one variable here 10. You don't know, guys, about this syntax. I will tell about this slowly. Wait some time. Just b equal to 10. In the a variable 10 value there, in the b variable 20 value there, in the c variable a value plus b value adding and result storing. So a plus b nothing but 30 value, and the 30 value we are going to be printing here. This is one program, guys. This is one program. Okay. So here each line we can call one instruction. Each line is a instruction or else a statement. In the first instruction, what we are doing? Store the 10 value into a variable a. That is the meaning in our Python. Okay. Next, store the 20 value into a variable b. Okay. Next, add variable a value and variable b value and assign that result to the c variable. That information is there here. Next, print this c variable result to the Python console as a output. As a output. Like every line having its own meaning. So after executing all these statements, finally result we are getting. Okay. These all collection of statements or instructions are called as a program. We can take this program name as a addition.py or else sum.py. In Python, guys, Python files extension .py we are taking. Any file name .py we can take it, guys. Any file name .py. If it is a Java files, file name .java. File name .java. If it is HTML file, file name .html. Like taking, guys. This is Python. That's why file name .py taking. Okay. Next, guys, what is software? What is software, guys? So software is nothing but a collection of programs, called as software, guys. Collection of programs called as software. Okay, these all together. If you are writing in one place, that is a software. For example, here addition you are writing, and next year the subtraction you are going to be do sub.py, and multiplication related, guys, simply mul.py I'm taking, and division.py, guys. Okay. So here multiplication related, subtraction related, divisions related you are writing logics, and addition, subtraction, multiplication, division all together in one place you are writing. That is nothing but a calculator software. Calculator software. Okay. So software is nothing but a collection of programs. Nothing but a software, guys. Using softwares, what is the benefit, guys? Why we are developing these softwares? Why we are developing these softwares? So softwares reducing the lot of burden on users, guys, in their daily work. Okay. So as a human being, guys, we all people every day we are using these softwares, guys. Okay, if you want to do some calculation, for example, in olden days, guys. So for example, 15 into 15 into for example 25. What is the result? If asking, taking pen and paper and calculating, it is taking some time. But nowadays, simply we are opening the mobile. In the mobile calculator software is there, typing numbers and giving result. Okay, means software saving lot of times, guys, in the human being daily nature, daily life. Got it? And softwares, why we are using means one electronic device communicating to other electronic device purpose, we are using these softwares, guys. Okay, softwares we are using for one electronic device communicating with another electronic device purpose also we are using softwares. We are using softwares. And also you can take it one more example, ATM softwares, guys. So before ATM softwares came, all the people when they want to deposit money or withdraw money or checking the balance inquiry related, they need to go to the directly bank and contact the bank employees, and they will deposit money or checking the balance inquiry, whatever they want they can do it. But nowadays ATM centers came. Okay, so all people enter directly into the ATM center instead of going to the bank, just putting the ATM card, and it is asking you want to withdraw or you want to check the balance inquiry or you want to deposit, like asking whatever the operations you want to do, you can select and you can perform. It's saving lot of time, guys. And nowadays no need to go to the ATM centers also, guys. If you want to send some amount from your account to your friend account, simply we are using mobiles, Google Pay, Phone Pay, like applications we are using, and within the minute we are transferring the money to our friend. Okay, na? So these all are softwares only, guys. To developing these kind of softwares, we need to learn any one programming language, guys. To develop to develop softwares, guys. To develop software applications, to developing the software applications. So as a programmer, we need to be learn any one language and that language related framework to developing software applications. as a programmer as a programmers, we need to learn, guys. We need to learn any one language. We need to learn any one language and its framework. Okay, any one language and that language related framework, then we can developing the applications. Okay, so we have these so many languages, guys. We have these so many languages and language related frameworks, guys. Language related frameworks. Okay, so just we can see some languages. So Java is a language, guys. Java is a language. Java related hibernate hibernate spring, guys. Spring boot. Okay, starts like so many frameworks there, guys. So many frameworks there. So Java language, Java means here core Java, advanced Java coming. So Java with any one framework you can learn and you can develop the applications. So .NET related, guys, C Sharp is the basic language, guys. .NET related C Sharp, and it's a framework. You can see ASP.NET, ASP.NET. You can learn, or MVC framework you can learn to developing the applications. Now Python is a language, guys. Python is a language. Core Python, advanced Python comes under Python only. After learning Python, Python related framework, Django or Flask, you can learn and you can develop the applications. Understanding, guys? To developing any applications in real time like Facebook, Zomato, Swiggy, Amazon, Flipkart, whatever, you can take it. So any one language required, any one language required, and that language related framework required to developing the language. Any one language and that language related at least one framework to developing the software guys, to developing the applications. So here we are going to be, you people are going to be choosing here you are choosing the Python language to learn right now, and the Python related later Django framework you're going to be learning. And by using these two things, web applications we can design, like a tutorials or else blog applications, whatever. Understanding guys, all of you? Okay, so any application if you are taking as a real time any application if you are taking, three layers important guys. Three layers important. One is front end layer guys. One is front end layer. Okay, here front end layer is there, and another one is back end layer guys. Another one is back end layer, and another one is database layer is required guys. Database layer required. So here database, database guys. So database is nothing but in our sessions MySQL or else MongoDB guys. MySQL or MongoDB. We will discuss. MongoDB is the latest trending DB. So MySQL DB, we can learn it. So in the database, guys, n number of records we are going to be saving, n number of data. Okay. So for example, one registration data is there, guys. Register table is there, guys. Register, register table is there. Register table is there. In this register table, guys. So all the users information there. For example, first name is there, last name is there, username is there, PWD is there, like that. Okay, so these are the columns guys, columns. So first person is there here, second one user related all the information there. Next another person guys, multiple users can register all the users information available here guys. Okay, available here, like storing. And this is a Django framework guys. This is a Django framework. Django. Okay, Django is acting like a server related application guys. Server related application, and this is using the UI, using the UI technologies, using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. We are going to be developing guys here. So you can see here just first name guys, L name and U name and PWD. Okay, email, like something just assumption. Some fields we are taking for registration guys, for registration, for registration. So here all the fields information there, and now here one register button is there. So later you will get it how to designing these all things, don't worry. Hmm. Now guys, one user person is there, one human being person is there. So this human being person guys, this human being person, by using this UI interaction guys, by using this UI technologies, using UI technologies, user interaction related pages we are developing, front end pages. So users guys, users they will use this front end presentation guys. They can enter the data here, first name, last name, username, password, email, all the fields data entered, and trying to click the register button. When clicking the register button guys, this all fields data taken and going to the back end, going to the back end. Okay, Django, using Django backend we are developing guys. Django with Python guys. Django with Python called backend guys. Django with Python called backend. So in this backend guys, first name, last name, all the data we are receiving guys. So user object we are calling user object. So in the user object guys, all the information is there. All the information is there. First name, last name, second name, password, email, like all the data is there here. This data we are sending to the database. Backend communicating to the database, and storing here. Now registration data storing into the database successfully. So after storing guys, then we are going to get the response back. Yes, your registration done successfully. Okay, like information giving by backend to the front end. Now here the message displaying, congrats, your registration done successfully. Now you are able to log in. Like message we can display by seeing that message, user can understanding, yes, my registration created or not, like that. Okay guys, so when you are developing any application in real time, there is a three layers important guys. UI presentation required, and backend coding required, and database coding required. So here database related MySQL or MongoDB we can discuss here. One database if you are learning, remaining all other database almost looks like same. Easily you can communicate whatever you want. Okay, so using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, these all things guys, this user interaction related presentation forms we are going to be developing. Once developing these presentation forms, users interacting with these forms, why required to develop these UI forms means, from the users, if you want to take the data, and the data if you want to store into the database for the permanent manner, for the future purpose, then you can use, you can develop user interaction related forms guys. User interaction related forms. Clear guys? So here, how designing this registration related, login related, contact related, create related, these all things I'll take care while learning the UI technologies. Now using UI technologies, we can submit data to the backend. In the backend guys, Django framework you can use, Python with Django, or else Java guys, core Java with Spring, Hibernate, whatever. Okay. So any one backend programming knowledge guys required here. Here we are going to learn Python with Django framework. So Python with Django framework communicating to the UI, receiving that user data and storing here all fields data available or not, validating here, and if it is all okay, then submitting to the database and storing into the DB. Okay, this communication we are going to do while learning applications guys, while learning applications. So first, focusing on the Python guys, backend related coding developing purpose, first of all rules and regulations we need to know. Rules and regulations we need to know guys. So from where we are downloading Python, how we are downloading, and later how we are developing using Python, what are the rules there, what data types there, like all the fundamentals you are going to be getting guys. Once completing these all fundamentals, okay, using these Python related fundamentals, then we can learn the Django also, Django framework also. Now by combination of Python with Django, we can interact with the front end, and also we can interact with the database. So here tables, the database we need to be create, tables we need to be create, inside the table data also we need to create. This data I want to create, I want to update, I want to delete, whatever I want I can do it. How to do this all database related also we will get it. So directly we can communicate to the database after installing the DB guys. Using the SQL commands we can interact with the DB and performing operations. Otherwise, we are the programming developers. So as a programming developer, using our Django programming, how we are interacting to DB and how to performing the code operations, these all things we will discuss guys. As a database developer, we can do communication with DB. As a Django developer also, we can do communicating with DB and performing the required operations. Okay, guys. So this is a totally you're going to be learning guys. UI with a backend with a database. So this user interaction related HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, like these all things learning, and the business logics. What you want to do? You want to register, or you want to update the data, or you want to delete the data? Like operations, what you want to do? Those logics we are writing here, guys. And required operations performing on the database. That's it. Guys, all of you understanding what I'm telling? That is full stack development, guys. Full stack development. Okay, next, some points now we will discuss, guys, Python related. So Python was developed by Guido van Rossum, guys, who introduced this Python language. Python language means Guido van Rossum, guys. Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum. He is the author of Python, guys. He is the author of Python. Python is introduced by Guido van Rossum. Okay, why he taken our language name Python only? Why not other name? Why not Java? Why not other name like that, guys? Why he taken Python only means he is regularly watching one famous English movie, guys. That movie name is Monty Python Flying Circus, guys. Monty Python's Flying Circus. Flying Circus. One famous movie is there, comedy movie. So that's why he taken our framework name as Python. So movie name is what? Manti. Manti. Manti Python's Flying Circus. Manti Python's Flying Circus. This is a movie name, guys. Manti Python's Flying Circus is a movie. So our author regularly watching this movie, guys. So he taken this name as our language name. This is a famous movie, guys. This is a famous movie in the US. Okay, so that's why he taken the name as our language name as Python only. This popular name he taken. Okay, so that one remember. And in 1989 he started to developing Python, guys. In 1989 he started to developing this Python language. He developed Python language, which year means 1989 he started. Okay, and 1991 he completed, guys. 1989 he started, 1991 he completed, and he released to public as open source. Okay, he completed and released, guys. He completed and released to public also as open source, and released to public, released to released to public as open source. Open source, guys. Here direct points I'm giving in the material. So full explanation you are going to be getting for your understanding purpose and for your reading purpose. Okay, so who developed Python? Guido van Rossum developed. When developed in 1989, he started to developing, and 1991 he completed and released to public also as an open source and free. Open source and free. So what is open source? What is free? We will discuss. We will discuss, guys. So tomorrow we will discuss, guys, some more features, some more points about the Guido van Rossum, these all things, history about the Python. Just overview I'm giving today. So as open source and free means, so no need to pay any amount, no need to pay any amount to the any company to downloading the Python software, freely we can download and we can use it n number of days, guys. So www.python.org, like company there, guys. Python company name is www.python.org. It is a Python company related link, guys. Link. In this, we have the downloads, guys. Downloads link. So if you are using this one, you are going to be getting a Python downloads versions, guys. N number of versions there, guys. Initially, he released 1.0 version with some basic properties, some basic coding, guys. 1.0 version he released in 1991 with some basic coding. Later, keep on updating, keep on adding some new features and releasing different versions, guys. So 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, like later 2.x version also released, means 2.0, 2.1, 2.2 like that. And later 3.x version also released, 3.0, 3.2, 3.3 like that. Okay. So nowadays, guys, I mean, right now, latest version 3.10 version is there, guys. 3.10 version is there. 3.10 version is there. Whatever the versions you want to use, you can use it, guys. Whatever the version you want to use, you can use it. So I'll take care at the time of downloading particular version and what is the use of particular version related benefit. I'll take care. Just remember this knowledge. Okay. So from this site, anybody can download freely and use it. Freely can download and use it, guys. That is called free. Okay. And open source means it is a open community, guys. Python site is a open community. So as a developer, you can also contribute your work, guys. You can also contribute your work. So you are developing one special coding, guys. You are developing your own special coding. Using that code, a lot of benefits there. Okay. Then you can give that special code to this community, to this community people. These community people will add your code into this one Python and releasing in the latest version. So later onwards, your code also can use by others, and they will develop applications more easily. Like that, a number of pupils openly contributing, guys. Openly contributing. The people who are interested to developing the coding. They are contributing. Thousands of people contributing to the Python software, guys. This is a open source company, guys. Open source software. All the people can communicating together and developing a lot of features, and those features we are using as a developers, guys. Okay. And also whatever the code they developed, guys, in the Python, those coding lines also we can see after downloading coding lines, code also we can see, guys. Using those code, we can override some other lines, and we can develop some best code. So that is called open source, guys. Open source. And Python is more easy to learn, guys. Python is more easy to learn. Okay. And simple to learn. The point, remember. These all are features. From tomorrow onwards, more clearly we will discuss. Python is Python is more easy to learn, more easy to learn, guys. So how can you say it is a more easy to learn? Means so it is looks like our normal English language only. Python following looks like normal English language only. Okay. So here can see, guys, a equal to 10. If we are writing, easily we can understanding. So 10 value store into the a variable. So 10 value storing into the a, like we can understanding. But if it is a Java, guys, if it is a Java, so int a equal to 10 and a semicolon, like we need to give, guys, here semicolon having meaning, int having meaning. Okay, all the things. So here int you are writing, and here if you are writing 10.50, then you are going to be getting error in Java. Error in Java. By means integer type of data required here. You are giving a float type data. But in Python, guys, any value you can give, no problem. If you are giving like this also, no problem. Whatever the value we are giving here, based on that, Python automatically understanding and creating the memory for this value. Okay, you are giving integer or float numbers, not a matter. Python automatically understanding and creating the memory. That is Python benefit, guys. That is Python benefit. This feature we are calling dynamic memory allocation. Python providing dynamic memory allocation. Dynamic memory allocation. And you can see, guys, I want to show you in Python, guys. Just in Python, if I'm writing hello, hello, so directly can print this hello message, guys. Using Python, we can print the hello. So this is a directly expressive language. Expressive language means what we want to do, we can express directly. I want to print the hello, that's it. But same hello message using the Java, guys. Using the Java, if you want to do, guys, if you want to do, so now can see how we are writing. Just this is enough for today. So class keyword followed by class name, message, curly brace structure, guys. And now here the public public static static void main main and sting sting aux list of aux, guys. And now here you can do it. And inside that one predefined class system out is object, println is a method, guys. System dot out dot println of now here the allow you are writing. Okay, so see, guys, using Java, you need to be write these all lines of code to print this hello message. Even you are missing this semicolon also, you are going to get the error. So here class having meaning, message having meaning, public having meaning, static, void, main, string, each one having its own meaning, guys. If you knows about these all meanings, these all definitions, guys, then you are able to print this hello message. Then you are able to print this hello message. Okay, now? But using the Python, just if you knows about what is the use of print method, then you are able to print the hello message. That's it. That's it. Clear, all of you? So why this Python is more easy means so directly expressive code we can write. What we want to do, that is we can express it. So for example, here in the Java, guys, in this public place we can write multiple values. Public we can write, protected we can write, private we can write, without writing this one also we can write. Okay, so what is use of public, what is the use of private, what is the use of protected, we need to know knowledge, then we are able to write the coding. So lot of burden is there on the developer to write the code using the Java. Okay, but here just you are going to be learn about the print method. We are able to print the message. That's why nowadays lot of people are interested to learn this Python language. More easy coding is there, guys, and less lines of code we are writing compared to the Java. Using Java, guys, 1,000 lines. If you are writing to developing project, using Python, just 300 or 400 lines enough. 300, 400 lines enough. Okay. So obviously, if you are writing the less lines of code, within the less time we can develop. Within the less time we can develop. So less time we can develop means the cost of the project is saving, duration of the project is saving, and the less lines code you are developing means top to bottom executing line by line. Less lines are executing within the less time. Obviously, performance of the application increasing, performance increasing. Okay, and less lines you are writing means readability increasing, complexity decreasing, memory saving, like so many benefits there, guys. using the Python. That's why this Python is getting more demanding nowadays. More demanding nowadays. Okay, guys. So I'm going to stop here, guys, recording, and you can ask me whatever the queries you are having. Okay. So tomorrow session, Python related features, all the things one by one, lot of features there with the explanation wise, with the coding wise. I will show you guys outputs also, small things, and later downloading these all things like we can discuss. Okay. So